Writing check. Or repeat what you say so everyone hears you get carried away. Not carried. You're a problem. This is Lisa Guthrie. I'm at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, eating lunch. And I've been listening to threats from my neighbors. I'm in Unit 329, and also they're gang members, they're Bloods, and they're also, they like to hide out in the empty janitor's room. And it wraps around my apartment. I'm eating breakfast, so I'm just putting the phone, sort of propping it up, because if I do, CameraFi. Cancel. So I've just got to lay the phone. Hopefully it doesn't stop it from being hurt well. But anyway, so this place is filled with dirty, creepy bums, and they're all gang members. I have asthma, allergy, chemical sensitivities, fibromyalgia. And I'm actually one of the people that, really has a right to live comfortably, but actually for 13 years I haven't. I actually lived under being terrorized, by gang members, pretty much at every location. And it was mostly Zetas. And by the way, one of them thinks he's very medical right now, and he's making a blood threat. They have bloods. The Bloods and Zetas like to talk about taking your blood, slitting your veins open, like one of the black Nazis that lives in the second floor apartment. Second one in, he likes to talk about slashing your veins and then dog slobbering mouth on you to suck out your veins. So if you can imagine a dirty, retarded black Nazi or the others threatening to suck out your veins with their dirty, slobbering. So much for vampires. I like them anyway. As soon as I'm succinct, I'm going to eat my breakfast. But I'm just turning this on, show you the threats of the retarded, ugly gang members. That's a secret of gang members. Most of them are retarded. That's why they live in low-income housing. And they basically have drained society. They're the ones who could have worked, some of them. They were healthy enough, but not smart enough, or cheat someone. They spend as much time cheating and lying as they do normal people would, working. So the whole thing with gang members, they're very dishonest. They lie about everything. By the way, there is a paranormal twist to this, and I always talk about but I believe we fell within 13 ago, and these retarded bombs are using magic or paranormal. One of the retarded things is playing regalness. And that's what he's playing. He thinks he's regal. Ask him if he's changed his pants for a couple of days. Probably hasn't changed his pants for a couple of days, but he's playing regalness. Typical gang member. Royalty, regal. Black Nazis do it all the time, too. So, plots here. And they have a fat man. He's back. He works at the front desk. I hadn't seen him for a while. He's got dark hair, short hair. And, by the way, one of the retardos is chanting. It's not, now, just when it's Black Nazis, it's not all just being black. People abusing rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes get collected by the person who owns them or bought them. And you know what? It's just like chemicals. Now, I'm burned with chemicals. Well, I didn't want to regulate chemicals. How did I get burned? Well, these morons are behind my shower. Now, what kind of morons wouldn't want to regulate rattlesnakes for pets? So perhaps these rattlesnakes' DNA could even be traced if anyone were interested. But the moron fat man, he's fairly tall. He's about 6 feet, 5'11". He actually had a plot about removing the rattles for the rattlesnakes. Now, the first time I've encountered, I believe that use that as a common method of terrorizing people constantly, and and then get a dirty cop, dirty psychiatrist, maybe, if then they'll portray it as fantasy. But it's not really that much of fantasy if you think of going to eastern Washington. It's a desert. Guess what we have? We have rattlesnakes. So this big pig, he sits on Facebook most of the time. I don't even know how to talk to him. I mean, he's so gross. And he looks like a pale dead guy. I think kind of pale. He's greasy looking, fat. I think he's white or white with other, but he's repulsive. So, big plot is removing the rattle. And what are the black? Well, he actually, and that's the second floor, second window in, and he's doing sex, if you believe in those. And Satan, just like American. Oh, if you're, not suitable for the job, they'll pick you based on race. If you're retarded, they'll pick you on race. They'll excuse you for everything. Oh, if you're retarded, you're an alcoholic and you're crazy and you're a wacko that's had 13 kids. Oh, my house. So America embraced retarded people. And Satan embraced as well, our inferior. Sorry, I'm still finishing breakfast. I'd like something like something. That's next. I have an addictive tea, green tea. It's got cream and sugar in it. It's a powder. People are. One of the bums is getting agitated. He's threatening me. He's. So those morons, talks like a moron, believe it or not, actually threatened to chip me. It is a moron. If it sounds like, it pretty much is. We're not talking Rocky, it's a guy that's a boxer. We're talking, sounds like a moron. It's probably a moron. Take it from me. So if this retarded guy, he thought he would chip me. And see, there's a redundant theme and a big theme of a prevailing theme of racial prejudice and subbing people. So this freak and a couple of the other freaks and go in on these because there's a money and drug trail, and you have all these Americans anyway that are so retarded they act like we're at war with like other parts of Britain and war with the American would part of the UK, such as Canada. Why? Because they will get money and they true. And all the Americans were actually reprogrammed by retarded black Nazis and their morons, including crack hoes and marijuana. And this happened after the fall of Satan. I have to go, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking. What I would like to do is do my errand, not really, chores that I do before I go, obviously. I did my ironing. I just have to gather things up for the day. The retarded moron, you can't really hear him talking low. But believe me, you can hear him if you were to clean up the sound that go in the mic, you would hear the that's what they all say. Whether they're white and in between, your average American. Don't worry, I call them all. Every one of them. They're all gone. They just do anything. But they've been threatening, like especially on this side, the retards. Oh, and they just took Nick. The retards have been threatening England, Scotland, and Ireland. And they're playing removed. He's threatening Scotland, and he's playing removed. So the black, they have a worldwide agenda against anyone who's white or other that isn't with them. And also you have to understand is a strong moron theme. So the moron Satanist theme, because once you're a zombie, basically a moron. It's just like the movies. And if they get your brain and they program you with black knots, well, there's not much in it. Black Nazis was threatening earlier. All their memories. I got all their memories. If I'd had the tape on all that time, you would have heard. And if you can't hear it, believe me, it's background. There's nobody in this apartment. There is nobody in America to let in. And they're ugly people. And because it talks like a gangster, I'm going to get scared and let that bastard in. Last night there was a black trying to waylay me on the way in. Not always a black Nazi, but they're all morons. America's gone. Start getting ready, and I'm going to do, and we'll see what happens here. I always keep the broadcast on for a certain time, at a certain time when I'm taking a shower. And the way there was neck, and then head, and they're playing blah blah shower. So the dirty black Nazi retard, he actually he used technology, created an explosion, if you can believe, and he's playing blah 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 shower. So trying to control you, a dirty scumbag. He's retarded. You don't want it. You don't want the whites in America. You don't want them controllers. They're going. It doesn't matter if it's your aunt from somewhere and they're over in America and they've been here a few hours theft. They're playing they're playing false permissions. And see, that's how the zombie gang members, what they're for to. Satan gave the retards a channel. It was a stolen tissue or shock. But these zombies do not have their own brains. They do not have any chakras. They do have soul or even really an aura. They desperately steal it all the time. Why? To commit crimes against you. You don't want any of that from me. Out. You don't want it. You want to have it. Why? They're going to use it on you. And their hostile takeover plot in all the black Nazis, they've cannibal and anybody and anything, as long as it's not one of the kinds. Some would eat their own kind, possibly. That's what they said to me. So if you think that sounds racist, they actually said to me. And they've also taught no Europeans. And he is retarded. And remember, judge people in the U.S. on a different standard. It's like, oh, it's a color. But if it's white, you'd be rounded up. Rounded up as a bit if you were like him. Like he is. If you were like he is, and you were white, sparkling white, or even maybe someone who's other, America hasn't protected, or Jewish or something, you'd be rounded up. White even. So someone, maybe a Middle Easterner, rounded up if you were like these. But they ironically, now it's too late, there are whites, of course, and also others, and they just kind of walk around, cause a problem, sucking up, resources necessarily, and huge carbon footprint, and like people like he if go to an agency, or if he had a counselor that would do it, he actually could have been in an apartment. There is a lot of that actually is prejudice. And I personally have seen where a white person could starve in a Nazi, and a black Nazi maggot would help. I personally, and I volunteered at an agency, I've even been treated like crap, but the black Nazis seem to get all the goodies. And well, first of all, in America, like I said, if you're a drug addict, they'll cover it up. They'll cover up that you're crazy. If you're an alcoholic, they'll cover that you're crazy, and cover it up with the alcoholism. You're covered for. And then if you have racial preference going on, you'll probably get a pretty nice. And a lot of whites will be out stumping around, even with bad legs or whatever, crippled. So I've personally experienced where people didn't care because you're not a black Nazi. Personally, in the place, short you, or your damnedest to kick you out. It's like this unspoken thing, like you're supposed to treat them like special people, or they're going to go, that's what we call race. You don't give them more stuff. People doing the crimes also will cast out other people. So if I'm the best, there's a bum. One of the things that they like to do, they like to pull scams, constant scams. Retarded bums, such as black Nazis and other mags, family, they're going to make up one for you. They're going to pretend that you're their family member. If it's not a black Nazi, it'll be a white crack hoe or other family. Husband, they're your boyfriend in this world as I'm her husband. So you use that as an believer, like, I have so much to play your husband. It's in the visible too. So if you don't want to talk about the character, it's something that's used in the visible world. And I'm getting furious because I'm telling the truth. And I'm not all white. I didn't think of, especially black or Hispanic, trying to and they don't like subordinate. Whether an Arab, whether you're white, actually, and sometimes, by the way, Jewish, and if you're Arab and you're white, it gets very confused. I don't go around analyzing that very much. You know what I mean? But yourself here that, and I'm not all white, by the way. Scottish, Irish, Semitic people, Russian, Ukrainians. So the Ricardo is very angry. Ricardo, in his room. Now you hear me talking. Hear them. Also, the gang members legally surveilled years, and for me, 13. I'm thinking more because activity in gang members, like black Nazis and Bloods and Asian street gangs. They want to take over every aspect of decision making, even and you'll be. And see, you have to realize they're not very intelligent, so they write down everything. So that's consolation is that they will be at war. I think if they grab and more technology knows them. We control everything. So, but controlling it, it's a return. And with zombies, there were about 19. But it's worse than that. Their heads are also on people. So it might seem like 103 million moron, but actually it could be apartments from the glass gang members have done. I have the bleach marks. The thing is, I'm done staying in, and I didn't do it, even though they will so try to ruin your life further by walking around and like that, scratched yourself or picked yourself method. But what you look for, remember, accusation to confirm, accusations, confessions. So if someone follows you and you're getting of being a shoplifter, well, what happens is you that these bums actually are the shoplifters. So you take and say, you know, gosh, permanently, because you are. Good. There's no color in America. Yes. Picture that image again. A retarded black Nazi or some other. They want to put their dog slobber on your neck and slit your veins. But am I threatening you? That's what these bastards do. I'm a black Nazi. I'm going to slobber your veins and drink your blood. Plus, the slobbering moron black Nazi has AIDS, and he wants to spread it. And he was telling me to suck him incredibly. Here, they like rape. So they're actually, if someone is interested, that's a federal crime. To another one, you are committing a federal crime. To rape by a repulsive bastard, obviously. It's also a federal crime. Members are away with murder, literally. And one of the popular gang crimes, by the way, is to spread an STD unwitting person, including the popular break-in method of either sawing through the floor if you won't let them, and then the maintenance man handling the wall or the razored out, coerced, bribed, or forced into not seeing and acting like you're crazy. They're also inducted, and that's how some of it takes place. Pictures and videos, and then they follow you around and pretend you're a whore. They'll put up an illegal website. They'll either do a snuff movie eventually with the illegal surveillance. The gang lie, including the black Nazis. They think they're going to enslave them out, and you're going to be a whore because we're telling you to. And if you don't, we're going to cut off your ear. I'll just fight. After you scar me, I'm a fighter. I don't even care if they have a gun. I'll rush them. Formidable. But anyway, so that's a funny thing to content myself. But anyway, a corrupt cop covered up the gang activity at about 100, and he was in on the gang riot. So if you hear any of these bums, what you can do, because there's nobody normal in Washington, I recommend calling FBI, ATF, and other states and tell them they're too dumb. Nobody cares. I could go an old lady, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Should say, well, get $300 out of it and some free steaks from. If I look the other way and call someone and have you got a butcher plot. It might Joe's at the market. Or a shooting plot. Retired black Nazi thought he forced me. My girlfriend, I get to know whatever
course she does.
Nobody would want him as a girlfriend or boyfriend. Maybe a Sally would want him as a girlfriend. I don't know. Never. I could get really crude. The one that just So some of the retarded black nuts, by the way, like they've threatened to mark me, and because I wouldn't let them rape me, and they call me Nazi. And in reality, the black people that are not, or other Nazis you've ever seen in your life, including their white morons. So call the FBI if you hear him, not just because of my recreations of what moron he is, and call a and maybe get it out as high as you can. Be taken next. And the Semitic, and they've even targeted mosques, and they've targeted Jewish people. Also, the dirty. So you'll find that when I woke up, these ugly morons, including black other retards, they were giving you orders, and you're gonna do it. They're just blew up back chakra. He thought he was really big, and he's playing girlfriend. Nobody wants him. Nobody would touch him. He's ugly. You're an dog. You can't call anybody a girlfriend. You're too ugly. Nobody wants you, even with the scratches, even with the bleach mark. You threw water. Nobody wants a dog like you. Nobody wants your mouth near them. Scream from his chair or his bed, even when they're calling for dinner or whatever. I'm not going to spare calling you an imbecile just because you're of color. I'm not going to spare calling you gross. I'm not going to spare calling you anything. Me. Let's go over to the window. Let's see which windows are open. They're all retarded maggots here. Oops, there we go. Forgot. Oh, this is too loud. And some there. You on now? Oh, I know what the problem is. The eye is down. Can't actually see where it is. So I'm moving around doing things. I've got them propped up. So the is trying to take over the world. Did you get that? He wants to slaughter. Because it sucks your blood too. He wants to carve crosses in your head. Your average black Nazi, by the way, they're very in on camera. Shut the hell up, you ugly. Nobody has any respect for any of you garbage. White, black, or in between, you're all green. How do you like that for the slogan of America? White, black, or... It's the truth. Retarded maggot. Retarded maggot man. Retardo. 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 You should have a dinging bell when you go by. Retardo. 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 Motion detector that senses retardos. Going off all the time in the U.S. Retardo. Hi, I'm brushing my teeth. This is Lee Guthrie at 105 Aurora Avenue, Seattle, Washington, 98133. And I am trying to get ready, and there will be a lot of threats against me. Hopefully you can hear them because I'm going to be in the shower, and I'll have the where you can listen. I'll be right back. Lots of etheric attacks. Poor plant. Oh. Now, it is not uncommon for the dirty, stinky horse of America, and there was. It's not uncommon for stinky hookers and retarded black Nazi maggots to pretend that they are medical. So a hooker in the wall is portraying that she can act. Is she able? It's a prostitute. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. As you get your brains, the hooker is playing. I tried to shake chains, and she just talked about how people that actually went off because of the vibration. That was 1236, uterine and whore making decrees. And she's saying the obligants urinate. You are urine, you ugly bitch. So does anyone else like you? Who likes you? You are urine. I think it's Kathy Cox's retarded daughter. She's a black Nazi. She's mostly black. She's a retarded black Nazi. And because she's been a nurse, allegedly she's a heroin addict and a whore, and she's involved in the crimes, but she thinks she can prescribe medicine. Somebody needs to tell the black Nazis and the other always think they can have a separate government. Takes their rights, but yours. But you can't do this. Avenue Northeast, apartment, what is it, road 3, I think, possibly. It's Kathy Cox's granddaughter. Kathy's retarded granddaughter on 5140th Avenue Northeast and Washington 98105. Her mother, Emily, who once were the nursery school up there, living probably in the housing on the hill, pretending to be a nursery school for welfare mother. Isn't that exciting? Such a government, and that isn't. The phone on, and I'll have the door have everything. And the whore that's in the shower calling America. and she said, swore to pull down your teeth. She was in janitor's room. That's area. You're a dirty bunch of the women are pretty whores, harlots, and as part of the programming by the bosses and the other dog turds, they actually sort of defer. And is a retard, I think. Fred. Either here or a friend or one of the security guards. And I think it's one of the security guards. It could be Mary. Apartment behind 402, I think it. And it the glass door, the big window is actually facing the bedroom of my old apartment. Activity, and Nell and Mary and retarded boy. Nell was retarded. That's Mary's woman who can't take care of herself and rumpled face. And she had an ugly, creepy voice. And they spend most of their time listening to the police scanner, even calling people back for investigators. Were they? No, they give them maggot, welfare maggot all her life. And that's what, and I have a jar ready to sample anything that sells. They just had her. Aurora Dixie is letting people urinate and poison my water. Now my hands are, and this is 9813. Mary Bitch, she's an ugly quirk that played Nana. I think she got that. Frankly, she wasn't pretty, but she was very plain. I'm trying, and now dark-haired male. Please, someone will be FBI in another state. The FBI I called in my state, and the police wouldn't help me here. Everybody's a psycho zombie. What do you do, even if you hear people in the shower, behind the shower, or shouting at you? No, they're shouting from the mic that's purposely left open, or from the door, threatening things. The FBI has, and maybe she's probably in her 40s. She has her AIDS-ridden daughter. She has AIDS. She worked in Washington, D.C. Her mother is here in Seattle. One behind 402, 403. And it's a big picture window that's bedroom of the unit 402, I believe. They're little cottage bungalows. They're two duplex. And then Mary had grown up actually on the part of the property with her mother in a townhouse for low income. First playing Punish Your Body, yappity attacking everyone in the U.S. She had so there. Rip you. She's a drinking whore. Now, what I heard is that Mary is clitoris. Mirror on the U.S. I can still call 911. But any of you left. There won't be any of making this rip head to shreds. Anyone you harm me with my head on a rip. So they play you all day. Soul, they're playing obey supply matter. So Mary is in white slip. We know this. And she's in with a jersey. Hi, Guthrie. I'm at 105. And the security guard has no legal jurisdiction over this property or me. Is a stalker. You will hear people scream. You know what for? You're a dog. So what is legal surveillance? And she's saying you're a dog. And it's funny that am I going to bow my head? No, because just realize this is an fellatio giving whore. Given fellatio in a car on Aurora for $2 or less. One of them, she gave fellatio a food stamp. We're talking that kind of woman. Got her own food stamp, busy, training tricks, and smoking crack. We're talking that kind of person here. Including married. You're all bombs. Do I care what the whore says of me? No. You're reaching. You're done. Even if I'm repeating back to you what they're saying, oral diary. Where do I get a lot of my information? Threats and taunts members. Now think, I'm smelling a stinky perfume. And somebody's been wearing my shirt or something. It